Hey, it's the Hunter and Billy Can't Fight Show.
Let's talk about that.
Introducing first in the left corner.
Boiling hot magma.
Introducing second in the right corner.
Ice cold ice.
Let's get ready to...
Hello. Welcome to the Hunter and Billy Can't Fight Show. I'm Bill.
And I'm Hunter.
And welcome back. It's actually been a hot minute for Hunter and I.
Yeah, we got the vid.
Yeah, so we didn't release an episode for a whole week, but actually it's been about 2 weeks since we've done anything for the show. So we were like posting old clips and just like doing what we can like in the meantime. But it was funny, like during the first half of the week, Hunter was on his deathbed, and as soon as he felt better, I was on my deathbed. So we just haven't been able to record.
No, it was bad. I missed 5 days of work.
Oh my god!
Because I just got it at like the worst time. I couldn't go back until I tested negative.
Wow!
And it was some shit, dude. I couldn't sleep almost at all. My chest was, oh my god.
Hunter and I were talking on the phone. Like typically, like when it comes to like the flu or anything like that, like I think we both just like muscle through it. It's like yeah, I'll be sniffly, I'll be whatever. And also, I don't really take medicine.
Neither do I.
But this one, we were both chugging NyQuil and just fucking like, I'm miserable.
Dude, so when I got sick, I was like so sick that I didn't get up a lot, and I wasn't drinking a lot of fluids, and I wasn't eating at all, and I let it get so out of hand that I was like in need of fluid.
Yeah.
And without drinking fluid, I'm still popping these Tylenols.
Oh, no.
And my liver was like fucked.
Yeah, just working overtime, dude.
I got up to take a piss, and I finally like forced myself to start downing liquids when my piss was like rose gold. It was like there were shades of pink in it.
Oh
and I was like,
god, that's fucking.
It was
crazy,
the darkest
dude.
my piss has ever been. I know that might be TMI, but
yeah.
it was bad. Shout out to my friend Bryce. My friend Bryce came over. He called me to hang out. I'm like, dude, I can't. I'm fucked.
Yeah.
And he dropped me off some Pedialyte and like Gator Light.
Dude.
He like small snacks I could eat.
Nice, dude. That's awesome.
Eating. Yeah, and then shout out to my girlfriend. She was a trooper.
Whoa.
And then she ended up getting sick.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Dude. Yeah, it was crazy. So I took 2 COVID tests on 2 different days, and both tested negative. So, you know, everybody's like, so my smell and my taste are still gone. It's been gone for a week and a day now, so 8 days. And it's just, the whole time I was like, yeah, this has got to be COVID. Because the other time I had COVID, it's the worst sickness I've ever had. And, you know, it was just like a flu that's just beating you up, you know? It's like one of those funny things where it's like, you know, the flu is one of the leading causes of death in like America. And every time I get the flu, I'm like, I don't understand how. I also don't regularly get like flu shots. Like, you know, I'd say in terms of taking care of myself, I'm like a 3 out of 10.
Right.
But usually I'm just like, oh, it's just a mild sickness. And I was like, maybe it's like about like old people or autoimmune people. Maybe there's just more than I'm thinking. This flu, I was like, oh, I get it. Yeah. I was like, bro, I'm fucking dying here. And my girlfriend, she was gone for the whole weekend. So you said you missed 5 days of work. I got lucky because it hit me Thursday night at its worst. So I called off Friday. And then so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I could not even sit upright.
No, you're right. I didn't miss 5 days of work.
Oh, really?
I got it on Thursday.
Oh.
So I missed Thursday, Friday, Monday.
Oh,
but
nice.
I was still down for the count Saturday, Sunday.
Dude, yeah. It was like Thursday night it hit me. And also, I'm lucky because like my job is not physically taxing at all. Mm-hmm. So it's like I wasn't feeling my best on Monday, but I was also like, I just sit at a computer. Like I can do that.
Right, yeah. I started feeling like shit Saturday.
Wow.
Because we were watching the UFC card, and all my friends were over. We were drinking and whatever. And I didn't even drink. I had one drink, and I was like, dude, I feel like shit.
Yeah.
And then later that night, I felt worse. Sunday, I went to my girlfriend's best friend's house. We were all hanging out. Didn't drink that day either. I felt like shit that entire time, but I muscled through because it was a birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, I powered through work the rest of the week.
Wow.
And then Thursday, I was just like, yeah, I can't.
Yeah, dude, it super sucked.
Then, yeah, that's when I took a COVID test.
Man, I was like, so there's so much editing I have to do to catch up on the show, and I've had to do to catch up on the show. But so Riley, my girlfriend, was going to be gone for the whole weekend, and I was like, I'm honestly, like, Friday I'm supposed to hang out with some friends, and then Saturday and Sunday I'm editing all day for both of those days. And then I got sick, so I had to cancel on my friends on Friday. And then Saturday, Sunday, I couldn't even sit at a computer. So I was just laying down watching movies and just trying to outlive the illness, you know? And like, dude, it super sucked. And honestly, I think it just like set me up for a shit week because like my motivation was just gone. So it's like I would get through my hours at work and I was like maybe killing it at work. But then as soon as I clocked out, I was like, I'm not doing anything,
right,
bro. I've been playing Need for Speed. The fuck's going on with that? It's funny. I told that to my friends thinking that they were going to be like, Bill, what are you doing? But Jason goes, actually, bro, that sounds kind of sick, actually. I was like, I
dude,
a good group of friends.
Yeah, I've been playing nothing but Madden, obviously. We talked about that. Mm-hmm. I'm in the top 1% now of Madden players on Mutt.
Wow.
And then I've been playing the finals. Banger of a game.
Wow.
Free to play.
Damn.
Look into it. It's a fucking cool ass 3v3. It is another shooter game. But it's like it's like kind of like I don't even know how to describe it. I guess you could say team deathmatch. No, not team deathmatch. I don't know how to describe it. So basically it's if you're playing the regular game modes, it's 3v3v3. If you're playing tournament modes, it's 3v3v3v3.
Whoa.
So it's 4 teams.
Yeah.
And then basically there's this like money box. You have to go unlock the case. Your team has to grab the money box, transport it to the bank, put it in the bank, defend the bank until it deposits.
Oh.
While the other teams have to try to steal it.
Pretty crazy. Pretty
cool.
Cool.
It's intense.
Wow.
And then I've been playing Helldivers!
Hunter was telling me about this game. I don't know shit about
it. Dude,
but...
Helldivers is the coolest game and intense and fun. And, dude, it's just crazy. There's all these planets. Each planet has a different vibe and different thing to it. There's different weather problems on different planets. There's different monsters. You might go to one planet and it's all like robots. Yeah. And then you go to another one and it's all aliens.
Wow.
And, dude, it's just the scenery's sick. Game has the coolest explosions you've ever seen in a video game. Like, I'm talking straight nukes.
Wow.
And
cool.
Dude, it's crazy. I've been playing with my cousin, and we've been going through. We have this thing that whenever we want to play and we call each other, we only call each other in character. So it's I call him.
Yeah. Phone's
ringing. Go ahead, say hello as if you were my cousin.
Hello.
Helldiver.
Yeah.
Are we dropping tonight?
Dude, crazy. Yeah, dude. I recently, so I'd say a year or two ago, me and my friend group tried playing Smite, which for listeners, it's like a MOBA. It's like half battle, half strategy, weird fucking. It's like League of Legends, if that means anything to anybody. But it's Smite, and you play as like gods of different pantheons and shit like that. But like that game just has a perfect way of getting underneath my skin, like aggressively, and I've never been more mad at a game in my life than Smite. And it was funny. So when we stopped playing, it wasn't like a spoken thing. We just kind of stopped playing. And so this bit became like in our friend group, like if things are going well in our life, that's when we'll play Smite again just to humble us. You know what I mean? Like kind of bring us back down to reality of how everything sucks. So finally, like Trav had been begging for months to play, and so finally we set up a day and we're like, all right, we'll do it. And so I'm telling that to Riley as I'm re-downloading the game and like updating it. And I was like, yeah, so I wonder how fast it's going to take me to get pissed off. And I hit like download, and immediately I'm like looking at my computer and I go, you see, I'm already pissed off, actually. I was like, fuck this fucking game. She's like, why? And I was like, Dude, the hours played in that game is 350
For you?
for me. So I was like, okay, easily. This is the game I've played the most in my entire life, and I'm still bad at it. I was like, that fucking sucks, dude. Like, it pisses me off. I'll never, like, that was the biggest thing that would get underneath our skin was like, there's like rankings and shit like that. And yet somehow we were getting placed against players that like do nothing. Like, they'll have 1,600 hours of playtime on this fucking game.
Madden.
Right, yeah. And so then I'm sitting there and I'm just being like, bro, of course we're getting stomped. But I'm like, then the conversation just becomes, well, then just get better. And then it's like, dude, I'd watch like live streams of like pros playing just to be like, what are they doing? You know, like to try to figure out how to get better at the game. I've never done that with any other game in my life. And yet I still suck at it. So I'm like, but yeah, we played and we went 4-4. So, 8 games. And so I was like, dude, I'm cool with that. As long as we're winning sometimes, I'm cool with that.
I want to get a PC just to play a game that I know would make me upset.
Oh no, what game?
Tarkov.
Oh, dude, it's terrible. Well, you might have a better time with it than I did, yeah.
No, like I've always wanted to get into Escape from Tarkov. I used to watch my best friend play it all the time. And yeah, like I know it would terrorize me,
dude.
Since I know I'm probably never gonna get a gaming PC, that's never gonna happen. But on another note, I was thinking about doing like the shittier console version of that in DayZ.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I still know it would piss me off.
Oh my god, dude! For listeners who don't know, Escape from Tarkov is like a hyper realistic. It's called a looter shooter. Basically, what it is the sole goal of the game is you drop into an area, you loot as much as you can, and then you extract out. And there's computer enemies on wherever you land, and there's real enemies wherever you land. And they just wanted to dial up the realism to be pretty hardcore. So it's like certain areas, if you have a backpack on, you can't fit in, so you'd have to take off your backpack. Like, if you get shot in the leg, that leg is gone. Like, you're now like stumbling as you're trying to escape, the area you're in.
I think a headshot kills you if you're not wearing a helmet.
Yep. And if you're wearing a helmet, your sound is dulled. Like you hear less because you have a helmet over your ears. So if you want to do that, you have to wear like these special headphones. And it's like basically whatever you drop in with, you've probably spent a lot of money to like deck yourself out. But if you die, you lose all of it. So the worse you are at the game, the less equipment you're getting, and you're just burning your resources every time you like go in.
Right.
So it is the pure definition of get better or you will not survive in this game.
Dude, I have a friend who plays DayZ, and like there was one weekend, he works on the weekends, and me and my other friend don't, so we were all in a PlayStation party chilling. It was like 4 a.m. He randomly jumps into the party. He's like, no, like we're all saying what's up to him, trying to talk to him. He's like, no, shut up. And we're like, what? And he's like, dude, I'm just here real quick. I'm getting raided right now. I guess he got a call from his friend that their base was getting raided.
Wow.
At 3 a.m. He's like, he's like, I just woke up out of a dead sleep for this.
Oh my God.
And he was going in just to make sure his shit didn't get taken. And then he had to get ready for work.
Oh my God.
I was like, I could never, but it sounds so cool.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like if I got into that game, I would like it. Oh, excuse me. But it would annoy the fuck out of me because I wouldn't want to hop on excitedly.
Yeah.
To play DayZ and just to like log in and see that all my shit is gone.
Yeah.
And it was while I was sleeping.
I know. I guess that's the benefit of Tarkov is that like nobody can do that to you while you're not playing. But yeah, like what Hunter's talking about, this game called DayZ, it's like everything exists in a server, so
and it's there whether you're there or not.
Yeah, so if you like build a base in this world, and then there's obviously other players on the server, they can interact with your base as whether you're logged in or not.
Yeah, so basically, if you're like not playing, you're just not there.
It's a different beast, and now that you're in the 1% of fucking Madden, you might be a bit too busy.
Yeah.
So when I was sick, I was like, oh, well, if I'm feeling up for it, I spent barely any time on my phone. But if I was on my phone, I'd be like, oh, would this be good for the show? So I would drop it into this for episode 19, this sheet that we have. So there's a link here, and I'm just going to say I have no idea what it is.
Okay.
So we'll see how it goes. Apparently, it was good enough for me to be like, we got to talk about it at the beginning of the show.
Are you familiar with the English alphabet?
Yeah.
Could you recite the alphabet from start to finish without singing it?
Yeah.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
A, C, B, D, E, F, G, H, I, F, N, G, H, I, C, K, L, M, N, O, P, H, Q, E, S, H, Q, E, S, I, T, E.
Okay.
Dude. Okay, first, that was really loud.
I feel like she was just singing, or not singing, like just spelling shit.
Yeah, she was like, yeah, she was just like, kind of like, I don't have to go in order, right? She started with ACB, bro. Dude, that'd be hard as a police officer just to be like, as soon as she would have said ACB, I'd have been like, all right, we're done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he has to be like, of course I have to like let her finish. And then she was like, HICKLP. He was just kind of like, yeah, keep going.
I don't even think she said Q once.
No, exactly. She's like, Q's not real.
No, she definitely didn't say Z.
Holy shit, dude. That was crazy. Yeah, that's the caption said, she's close.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, I guess I must have just got a big fucking tickle out of that. That was that's fucking wild. But yeah. Dude, I've never been through like a sobriety test, have you?
No.
Yeah, thankfully, like I'm never really driving in those situations anyway, but it's always a weird fear. Like, you never think you're doing anything wrong until you see a cop, and you're like, what if he thinks I'm doing something wrong?
Right.
And like, you're suddenly looking at everything like, all right, seatbelt's on, fucking like, I'm going the speed limit, like, we're all good. Drugs, not on me. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, I was hanging out with Marcus yesterday, and we were talking about sobriety tests. He was like, man, I couldn't do the alphabet backwards sober. That's some bullshit.
I know.
And I definitely couldn't.
Oh, man. Yeah, I remember forever ago, I was trying. What was it? It was like ZYXWVUT. Then I'm gone. I'm done.
Yeah.
That's it.
I can't do that shit sober.
Then I'd be like,
and then he's going to be like, yeah, you're drunk.
I'm like, I swear to God, I'm just thinking. Dude, fucking crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Dude, that reminded me. So we had Alyssa on the podcast. She was driving home one night from work, and she works at as a bartender as like a side job during the summers. And so it was like 4 a.m. or something because she worked really far from home. So she's driving back, and this person, the way they were drunk and basically forced her off the road, and so her car flipped. And she was like out of it, dude. So her car's like upside down. She's still in the driver's seat when she comes to. And she's like so out of it that she called the non-emergency line. And she's like, hey, I'm currently upside down on the side of the road. And, the dispatch is like, right now? And she's like, yeah. And they're like, why didn't you call the emergency line? And she was like, I really don't know if this is a big deal or not. So anyways, like emergency, like first responders come, they end up, basically they're looking at her and she's like covered in glass and she's still hooked into her seatbelt. And the first guy that gets there, he's basically like, can you get out like at all? And she's like, yeah, I can. And he's like, okay. And so she unhooks herself. She crawls over all this broken glass and she's out. So now she's like kind of bloody, kind of like definitely probably concussed,
right.
Like some gnarly shit, right? They start taking her statement, and the guy who ran her off the road, he was just sitting on his parked car, like, and the police were talking to him. He didn't check on her the whole time. You know what I mean? Like, imagine if
Why
you're
was
driving,
he even there? Did he hit her?
I can't remember if it was that he hit her or if he forced her off the road. I want to say he hit her. So I think his car, yeah, because otherwise I think he would have drove away. His car was out of commish too, but he was just sitting on it. But she was down in the flipped over car, for probably 20 to 40 minutes. Who knows how long she was knocked out for? And he didn't check on her one time. Dude. And so the police are talking to him. So he's like saying his statement. She's standing there, covered just in glass and blood, basically. And the policemen come over and they wanted to put her through a sobriety test. So they're like, yeah, if you could just try to walk a straight line. What?
My car just flipped.
I know. She's got a steering wheel sticking out of her head. He's like, yeah, if you could just walk a perfectly straight line. Like, what are you doing? I was just upside down for an hour.
My car rolled.
Yeah.
My head hurts. I'm
injured.
bleeding in glass.
He's like, and if you fuck up, if you stumble at all, your ass is going to prison. Dude, it was crazy. But that's what that made me think of was, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Sobriety tests. Damn.
Take me to the hospital and make an alcohol blow me, test me there. That's some crazy shit.
You ready to get into press conference?
Yeah, let's get into press conference.
Sir, why can't these men fight? I'm dying to know.
All right, Bill. So I got a fun one.
Okay.
I want to talk about the man who ripped out all of his teeth.
Wasn't that proven to be fake, by the way?
No.
I think it was.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't? Really?
No, look, man. Hold on.
Oh, shit.
I got the proof right here. I saw this the other day and thought it was hilarious. Oh man.
What?
He cleared out his Instagram again.
Damn it.
I don't have the proof.
Oh, we're talking about Kanye, by the way.
Yeah, we're talking about Kanye. Well, I don't think it's fake because he posted a video recently talking about his wife.
And his teeth were just...
They were the platinums.
Oh.
Like the one piece. Because you're talking like this. Because he only has the 2 pieces of platinum in his teeth.
Oh.
He don't have no teeth.
No one made you have all that power.
So, Kanye. Adidas
Right?
dropped Kanye during the whole thing.
That's right.
So he still has the Yeezy brand, but they're no longer linked with Adidas. I don't think. Maybe they ended up reconvening. I don't know.
Weird.
All I know is Kanye dropped his first shoes without the Adidas coattail, I guess.
Okay.
And surprisingly, if you know anything about Yeezys, they're usually very, very expensive.
Yeah.
These are $20.
Whoa.
So he's looking to reinvent the shoe market.
Okay.
And I wanted to show them to you because I think they're very, very interesting.
Okay. How do you normally feel about Yeezys? Are you a fan?
So I think they all. So I like the Yeezy 350s.
Okay. I'm pretty unfamiliar with sneakerhead stuff, but
Yeah, so the Yeezy 350s. Okay, so let me say my Yeezys, they're the most comfortable shoes I've ever had.
Interesting. Okay.
I like the netting on them, everything about them. They're super comfortable. They're easy to slide on.
Nice.
And I think they look really cool. These are the 350s.
Oh, okay. I've seen those before. All right.
I think these are all super cool.
Cool. Okay.
So the new shoes, they're called Yeezy Pods.
Okay.
They're $20.
Dang. Easy podcasts.
So basically what Kanye did was he basically made socks.
Oh, boy. He's like, we still needed the same markup where it's like, it costs instead of it costing dollars to make and then I'll charge hundreds, it'll be cents and I'll charge $20.
He made socks with basically foam, these 2 foam pads at the bottom.
Oh, no.
And I wanted to show you at least what they look like on feet. And then I'll show you the actual pictures. So that's what they look like on feet. That's Kanye walking in his pods.
You're right. They just look like socks. What the fuck?
Now, I'll save this picture so you could put it on the pod for the viewers. And then for the listeners, they look like you're just wearing socks outside.
Yeah. They're kind of wide at the top, probably because of the padding is smushing into the ground. But
now here is the picture on the Yeezy website.
Dude, it just looks like a sock. What the fuck?
Now, if I scroll through, that's them folded.
Wow.
Now, let me also do this. So there's these 2 foam pads at the bottom of it.
Okay.
Now, basically, what these do are they're basically like this is what makes them shoes other than socks.
Yeah.
They come in this when you buy them. They come in a black duffel bag, just a black sack,
Okay.
and then you just pull them out.
More expensive than the actual sock.
Yeah, probably. That's kind of what the $20 is. You're buying the black sack. But yeah, but the reason I wanted to talk about this is because they're being marketed as shoes or whatever. Now, this pad, there's one right here above the toes, and there's one right here on the heel.
Oh, not on the arch, huh?
There's nothing in the middle.
Oh, he's trying to make a flat foot generation, dude. Just kidding. That's why.
So, with that being said,
Yeah.
these are shoes. But let's just say it rained a little bit that morning.
Yeah.
If you step on anything wet,
Yeah.
that middle part,
Yeah.
it's just going to get wet.
I imagine,
And
right?
then your whole foot's wet.
Imagine the whole thing. Are the pads waterproof at all?
The pads are.
Okay.
But that middle, there's nothing in the middle.
Yeah.
And then also, the pads don't go up the sides, as you saw.
Yeah.
Foot sits on pad. Sock around pad. So if puddle is 0.5 inches,
Okay.
foot wet.
Yeah, foot wet, dude. Or if there's just morning dew on the grass.
If you have morning dew and you walk through the grass,
yeah,
you're drenched.
it becomes morning don't.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Now, what I will say is $20.
True. Yeah.
$20. If they get ruined, what's another $20?
Yeah.
You can get new ones at all costs. Other thing, I guess I watched a video about them.
Yeah.
Very comfy because it feels like you're just wearing socks.
Right.
Foam pad helps walk outside, so you can wear socks everywhere.
The sentences you're choosing are insane.
I'm doing it on purpose.
I know.
I mean, have you ever wanted just to wear socks when you go out to do your chores? You run some errands and you just don't want to put on shoes?
Wow.
No, I'm asking. Have you ever wanted to?
No.
I guess
I
you
wear
did.
shoes in the house more often than I don't.
Yeah, but don't you think you would wear pods instead of real shoes?
No, because I'm bad at that. I also don't usually wear like people get home and then they change into comfy clothes. I don't.
Well, yeah, but
I'm in the minority. I'm
Pods?
just saying me.
well, okay. So the other weird thing,
Yeah.
put shoe on like sock,
Yes.
and then other question is my other question was, do you wear socks under your pods?
Oh, better question. Yeah. That's weird. I hate either answer.
Yeah. Well, because you have to put the shoe on
Yeah.
like a sock.
Yeah.
Other good thing, if pod gets dirty, throw pod in washer.
Oh, good point. Yeah, you can't really do that with shoes as
No.
much, unless they're Vans.
And
Shout out Vans.
I watch videos; they look brand new right when you take them out.
Wow.
Other thing, fashion wise, does this look good?
I don't know, but I'm in the minority with all that stuff anyway. Like I'm not. That's what I mean by sneakerhead stuff.
Right.
Like the busy ass sneakers, I'm not a fan of anyway. I'm more I got those these olive green New Balances, and I was like, yeah, let's go, dude. Now I'm a fashionista, so I'm the wrong guy to ask. I mean, what? Wait, did he cuff his pants? Or
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't.
But if I was to wear those with this fit,
Yeah.
would that look cool?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it'd be too distracting. Be like, did that guy just show up in socks?
All right, guys, we're gonna figure this out together. We can end it there.
Okay.
But we'll reconvene. I'll buy the Yeezy Pods. I'll bring them on the pod.
Hell yeah.
We'll do a fashion show,
Yeah, a little fashion walk. Okay.
and we'll see if the pods could be cool.
All right.
Because if they're comfy, they're practical in price.
Yeah.
If they get a little, if they get a little dirty, you can just throw them in a washer. But do you look stupid?
You're right.
Now, realistically, I feel bad to all you guys. I know I'm gonna get flamed for this, but Crocs don't look good.
Right. You're right.
But they're comfy. They're easy. I don't know how much they cost, but I don't know if they're really practical.
I think it's like 40 to 60 or something like that.
That's practical, but not as practical as pods.
Right.
But we'll see.
That is interesting.
Yeah, but it is interesting to see that he's kind of trying to change the market there. That's and so Yeezy 350s go anywhere from like $270 to like $7,000.
Right.
In price.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure, like, Kanye's Yeezy Red Octobers, those are, like, over $5,000.
Wow. Jesus.
And then, like, regular 350s go anywhere from, like, $275 to, like, $400. Maybe some limited edition ones are more expensive. But you just dropped a $20 shoe.
Yeah.
But it's like, like, could you wear Yeezy Pods to work?
Oh, yeah. Me, probably not. Like, I don't think they would be business casual enough. It's too casual, probably.
Like, what kind of shoes do you normally wear to work? Just regular shoes?
I can get away with sneakers only because my boss does, but technically I'm not supposed to.
You're supposed to wear, like, dress shoes?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say, like, you're working in a clothes store. You think you can wear pods?
Yeah, I don't know. The look, it just looks like you're not wearing shoes, you know? So I'm like, that is kind of distracting. 100% I would be like, this reminds me of the chick you went to high school with that wore a dog collar. Is there anything wrong with it? No. Is it weird? Yeah. Are we talking about it still? Yes.
I mean, hey, Kanye is reinventing life.
Yeah.
This is the guy who made Taylor Swift. So
exactly.
We'll only know.
And then Travis Kelce, man. That chick's been getting carried for a while.
Yeah. That was it for press conference. Let us know what you think about the Yeezy Pods. And then since they're only $20,
fashion show.
I'll get them, bring them on the pod, and we'll figure it out together.
That's so funny.
I'll catch you guys back on the pod.
Press conference.
All right, everybody, we're back on the pod. And Bill, I kind of wanted to get into something.
Uh-oh.
Some work stuff.
Okay, cool.
Now, I'm not gonna throw names around. There's a new kid I work with, and we're gonna call him Bubbles.
All right.
He reminds me of like a young trailer park boy, Bubbles.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Does he look like Bubbles? No.
Oh, well.
But he's got these glasses, and his eyes look huge in
I
them.
always feel so bad for people with prescriptions like that. That's
Dude,
gotta be
his eyes
rough,
look
bro.
huge.
Yeah, that's tough.
Good kid.
Of course, yeah.
Good kid.
Well, not of course, but...
No, yeah. He's a good kid. He's trying to learn, and we've been teaching him. And let's just say first week back after being sick, not in the mood.
Oh, yeah, I get that. Yeah.
So it's on me.
Uh-huh.
I take blame for not being in the mood, but kind of pushed it.
All right.
So we'll start with this. My boss always likes to fuck with people.
Yeah.
And he was fucking with the kid. He gave him and another one of my coworkers who's been working there for about a year now. He gave them a task of going outside to do a garage. Now, the garage task should have only taken maybe an hour, maybe an hour and a half, but that's pushing it.
All right.
He gave this to them in the morning.
Okay.
It is now 11:30.
Oh, no.
Almost lunchtime.
Yeah.
And me and my boss and my other coworker are inside talking about what we're doing. Bubbles comes in. And he comes up. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me backtrack.
Yeah.
When he gives him this task, he says, he messes around and says, Bubbles, you're in charge. Keep an eye on this guy.
Okay.
You're running the show out there.
Right.
And Bubbles goes, okay.
Oh, no.
And they go inside.
Yeah.
11:30 comes around. We're inside talking. Bubbles comes in.
Yeah.
Hey, boss, we should get this done by the end of the day. It's going all right. But by the end of the day, we should be done.
Oh, my God.
Boss goes, you should have been done 2-3 hours ago.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Bubbles, without missing a beat, goes, well, I don't know what you expected. You put a new guy in charge. I've only been here 2 weeks.
Oh, no.
Bubbles thinks he's actually in charge.
Yeah. He's like, my job is just to supervise. You said it, not me.
Bubbles took everything that my boss said seriously.
That's so funny, dude. And embarrassing.
Bubbles is a good kid.
Yeah.
And he's trying to learn, but he gives off. Have you ever met somebody? Okay, when you were my age, did you ever meet anybody that seemed like this, like maybe at an old job or like somewhere? Maybe he was like a clerk at a job and you ran into him because you were like the person buying something. But have you ever ran into somebody maybe around my age that just seems like they finished high school and they kind of just hid away and now they're finally coming back out to the real world?
Yeah.
He gives off that vibe.
I got you.
Like this is his first time with human interaction. This is his first time working.
Yeah.
This is his first time being out in the open and he's trying to figure it out.
Gotcha.
Which, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I like him because everything we needed him to do, he did and he tried.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with it is he really thought he was in charge.
It's so funny.
So yeah, he says that stuff, and then my boss starts laughing because he's like, he really thinks he's in charge. So then after lunch, we're working. It's about 1 now.
Yeah.
Because we came back from lunch. It's about an hour after. They finally finished the garage. Bubbles comes in, instantly comes downstairs where I'm working. He's like, "Where's the boss? Like, I need to talk to him right now." And I'm like, "He's upstairs. He's feeding this wire down to me. Why? What's up?"
Yeah.
He's like, "I need to talk to him about our coworker. Yeah, he fucked up."
Oh.
So now he's trying to tell
Oh no.
on our coworker for something.
Yeah.
So then he goes up and basically like gives our boss this whole fucking detailed report on why he's reporting our other coworker.
That's great. When he was asking you where he was, he's like, "You wouldn't get it. You've never been in charge before."
Yeah.
But he's like, "The amount of pressure I have on me right now is insane." And this guy, I got to give this guy a review. He's my employee.
Yeah, it's literally how he looked at it. So, a little bit later, I'm like, I go downstairs and I'm trying to work on this wire. I have to staple this wire down this bay. And I kind of get, not stuck, but I get tasked with like, he's going to be working with me, have him do everything and just watch him, teach him how to do everything.
Okay.
So I'm teaching him all the rules of like stapling down a bay, how to like 90 it, how to like give it a loop so you don't stretch the wire out, like all this stuff. So I'm having him do it.
Yeah.
And he's doing a horrible job.
Okay.
So I'm like, no, like I taught him a tip on how to kind of flatten the wire so the wire's not like all bent going down the bay.
Yeah.
And as he's like doing it, he's not doing it right. So then he like staples it and there's just a big like bump in the wire. And the boss we were working for is one of those guys who's like, everything's got to look pristine. Like, we're taking pride in this. This is $1 million house. We got to make sure the wiring looks like it's done by a company for $1 million house.
Yeah. I respect that.
So, like, I'm telling him, like, no, like, you can't, like, our boss is going to have a fit about this. You got to fix it.
Right.
I was like, you're going to have to take that staple out because you can't flatten anything with a staple already in because you got to go all the way down.
Yeah.
And I was like, so take that staple out. He grabs the wire by both ends and tries ripping out the staple by cranking the wire. I'm like, what are you doing?
God.
You're going to fuck up the wire. This run was almost 200 feet.
Holy
So if he fucks up this wire, we got to rerun 200 feet, and this 200 feet of wire that we already have, fucked.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, no, stop. I was like, I'll do it.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, yeah, I should have told you to do it anyways. I was like, what? I was trying to show you how to do it. And he was like, are you back talking me?
He's like, you know who's second in charge?
I was like, what? He was like, just you do it. I'll watch. So now he's bossing me around, and I'm like, man. I was like,
my God.
I was like, go help our coworker upstairs. And he was like, yeah, I guess I'll go check on him.
No, dude. Oh, I've worked with people like that before, and I'm like, I can't fucking stand you. Yeah. Oh, good idea. Yeah, I should go check on my subordinate.
Yeah, but like, and now he keeps doing this thing where I don't know if he's like starting to realize it's a joke, or maybe he's just fooling us the entire time. But he seems so serious. But he keeps doing this thing where he's like, "I'm boss man." Oh. He just keeps saying it. But I'm boss man.
Yeah. He's like, you ever seen a guy get in charge this quick before? He's like, I just got it like that. So you run the wire.
And it's like,
Crazy.
he's a good kid. He's funny.
Yeah.
He's super. The only other bad thing is like, he's super loud and he says a lot of crazy shit.
Oh no!
And he's just like one of those people who will randomly say shit that you just can't say.
Yeah.
Like, I guess they were working in a house where like we were working in a house. The homeowner's doing a tour, and he's like, he's jokingly arguing with a coworker. They'd be like, "Shut the fuck up, you hoe ass bitch."
Oh no!
It's like, you can't, dude. There's a multi-million-dollar man walking his multi-million-dollar house,
dude,
right now.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, dude.
The owner of the Browns just bought all this land by the airport.
Yeah,
I don't know if you heard about it.
Well, you told me something like that.
Yeah. The house we're doing right now is the guy who owned that property and sold it to the owner of the Cleveland Browns.
Oh shit!
So this guy's got moolah. He's a businessman.
Crazy.
You can't say shit like that, Bubbles.
Yeah, dude. But dude, imagine too if like the homeowner was like, "Yeah, tell that trick ass to bitch the fuck up" or something like that. You'd be like, "What?" Did he say "bitch the fuck up"?
Yeah, so bro, I don't know. It's been weird trying to teach this kid.
Oh man,
but he's a good kid. He leaves me with a good story every day.
Yeah, I guess that's a fair point, dude.
Yeah.
When I've worked with people like that, I mean, it's funny until it isn't. You know what I mean? Like, it's always funny until it isn't. But then, and I never like to really laugh at people, so I'm always like, I always try to I'd rather people be in on the joke rather than being the joke.
Right.
But then sometimes like people like that will just do something, and I'm like, no, I kind of do want to laugh at you. You fucking suck. You know what I mean? It's tough. I don't know. And I don't know if you ever feel that way at all about that dude in particular, but
no, I don't want to laugh at not him in particular. I've been there before with people, but like he's a good kid. Like, I'm not hating on him. He's a good kid. It's just he's just interesting. Wow. And it's like he's one of those kids where it's like I never know what he's gonna do next.
Right.
I can't read him. And it's just like, how could you think that?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I'm always like, how did we get here?
So
but
good.
yeah, I mean, it's hard to teach people sometimes, man.
But that does remind me about the question of the week. Do you want to get into crowd control?
Yeah, let's get into crowd control. Has anyone seen my dog?
My favorite team won.
Crowd control.
So this week, I guess for listeners, if you may be new, this is our segment, Crowd Control, where every week we will ask a question on our Instagram, which is at Can't Fight Show. We usually post it on our story 1 to 2 times a week, and so if you go ahead and follow us on there and submit your answer to the question of the week, you have a chance to be on the show. So this week we asked, what's the weirdest lesson you've ever learned? Do you have an answer for this at all? I have kind of one.
I've learned that you can't eat a banana and drink a lot of Sprite.
What a brilliant answer. Yeah, I know. That is a great thing because, like, firstly, who thought of the combo? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's a weird thing. And then
yeah.
you learn it, and you kind of want to try it anyways.
You're like, I think I could withstand. Versus the milk challenge.
Yeah.
At no point I was like, yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that. I think milk's just too kind of just too gross to me. A question I got asked from Jason and Jared is, what is the proper way to eat an Oreo? My opinion, you put the Oreo in your mouth, and then you take a swig of the milk, and then you chew. What do you think?
I'm a dipper.
I hate that because there's two like. So firstly, you might get your fingers in the milk, and that's just kind of gross. You know what I mean? To me, like you're dipping your hand in your fucking drink.
Let me combat that real quick.
Yeah, go
with
ahead.
something I feel like I don't see enough people do. If you're going into this combo knowing you're about to dip these Oreos in milk, why does everyone go with a glass?
What's the alternative?
Why don't you just put it in a little bowl?
Oh,
It's wider. You don't have to stick your fingers in the opening.
Wow. That's surprising. But you what? Oh, so like what you put it in? Wait, so you still like dip it, but just in a bowl?
I mean, no. I kind of like sometimes.
Okay.
So I don't like drinking milk.
All right.
So like, I won't drink the milk after.
Oh yeah.
So like,
that's fine.
sometimes I'll just get a little bit of milk and I'll put it in like one of those little like little Tupperwares.
Hilarious. Okay.
And yeah, just dip it.
That's wild, man. Well, I don't think I've ever been with a glass being like, I don't have enough area. I guess maybe as the milk gets lower, that's where
you always like drop it.
Yeah.
And then you have to kind of,
oh, great point.
if it's just a little opening, you just dip.
Yeah, and if you happen to drop it, then you don't have to fish at the bottom of the sea here.
Now,
You just
also,
that's interesting.
Yeah, I'll also say the people who use like a fork,
Yeah.
and like slide it into the icing,
Yeah.
you're just doing too much.
Yeah, it's psycho.
Now there's just too many steps.
When you've added a tool,
and there's too many steps at this point.
I know.
So now we have like a 3-layer step here.
I know.
Grab Oreo, put it on fork,
Yeah.
dip, eat.
And my other issue with dipping is then transporting it is like sometimes you'll have some milk fall off. Now I'm getting milk on my carpet. Like, I don't know. It just seems easier to me to just throw the thing in and then take a little swig of the milk. Because then I'm not dipping anything. No tools required either. And, I feel like people eat the whole Oreo anyway. Like, people who take bites out of an Oreo, grow up. Say no, I'm kidding. But, yeah, I don't know. They were saying that, like, dipping is the way to go. Or, I don't know. I'm not a big dip guy. I just don't see it. Like, it just seems like there's way too much to it.
This caught me off guard only because I thought it was going to be a conversation about do you twist and eat some of the icing?
Oh, interesting.
We didn't even get there.
No, we didn't. This is purely milk to cookie combo. And yeah, I don't know. That's just my thing. I think that's the better move of it all. But I'm sure I'm in the minority of it. Yours is hilarious. Your answer reminds me of how I eat Chipotle with a spoon. Because I'm like, I feel like if you're going to eat rice, it just makes more sense to use a spoon. But everybody's like, no, you got to have a fork. I'm like, Chipotle is not food that you stab to eat. You scoop it.
Fair.
Use a spoon.
Yeah.
What are we fucking talking about? You know what I mean? What are we talking about here?
I don't get a bowl, so I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, you get a burrito?
No.
What? Oh. You're like, I just don't get Chipotle.
No,
I'm just kidding.
I get tacos or quesadillas.
Ugh. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that, but so that's so funny. But yeah, I don't know how I got on that wave from the Sprite to banana thing. Oh, because the milk challenge. Yeah, I don't know, man. But I guess, leave in the comments what you think the right way to eat that is. The weirdest lesson I ever learned, and it took me way too long to unlearn it, was when I was a kid, we went on this vacation. We were in this hotel, and this is when my dad was like still in the family. This is like one of the only I only have like 5 memories of my dad, and this is one of them. He was sitting in the hot tub, and I was like, I didn't even know what that was. I was so young. I was probably like maybe 4, and I was like, I want to go sit in the hot tub with Papa. So I walk over and I sit in this hot tub. And he tells me, he goes, I was the only kid in there. And he goes, you're the only kid in here, right? And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah. And he goes, you know why that is? And I was like, why? And he's like, in hot tubs, there's alligators that swim at the bottom that eat children's feet. So I got out of the fucking... Now, in hindsight, this motherfucker just didn't want to sit with me. You know what I'm saying? But it was so funny how it embedded into my brain, and it didn't click until I was like 12. Like, because people would be like, I was not dating. No, I wasn't dating at 12. But I was talking like this girl. I don't know, maybe 13 or so. I was talking to this girl, and she was talking about how she has a hot tub, and she was like, yeah, for my birthday, we're all going to go in this hot tub. And I've been like,
No.
like, save yourself. But no, I was like, no, I've never been in a hot tub. They freak me out. She's like, why? And I was like, well, because, oh my God. What a fucking moron, dude. God damn it. So that's the weirdest lesson I've ever learned. I guess the real lesson I learned was that my dad sucks ass, and he always has. What a fucking asshole.
Oh, another annoying thing that I learned is if you have a father or a friend in prison and you put money on their phones, once they get out, whatever money is left on their phones, you can't get that back.
Oh my God. The prison's like, thank you. We don't make enough money.
Or if your number gets changed, whatever money was on your pre-number, you don't get to switch that.
Holy shit, dude. That sucks, man. Fuck that.
Some bullshit. I got a new phone, had $25 on my other phone. Can't get that back.
Oh my God.
Got a call with that phone number.
That's so stupid, man. Man, I hate it. All right, anyways, so let's go over the answers of what other people said is the weirdest lesson they've learned. All right, so this is from Brittany Bilby. I actually worked with her back when I worked in factory.
Hell yeah.
Pretty crazy. So you want to read it?
Yeah. To start running the water before you get into the bathroom stall to take a poop.
I imagine to like dull out the noises. Oh, dude, there's like okay, I'm 28 years old now. And I've now found, I don't know if you've ever felt this way. My whole life, I'm like, if I'm sitting down and like say I have to fart real hard, I'm just like, I have to like adjust my seating. I have to let it come out in bursts, like where it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
You're doing some like gymnastics with your butthole, Now I'm just kind of like, and then there would always be a dude that comes in at the same time and he just lets it rip, And I'm always like, oh, like how rude. Now I'm like, why am I being coy? This is what this room is for. I'm like, I'll let it fucking rip, bro. Like now I'm at an age where I'm like, I sit there and I'm like, if I got to fart, just boom, like right into the void, bro. I don't give a fuck.
This is just a random question. What do you think is more toxic between a middle school boys' restroom or a COD lobby?
Honestly, a COD lobby. I don't think I'd ever just like in a middle school's bathroom just dropping the N-bomb. I don't know.
Well, not even just that, bro. Dude, a middle school bathroom for the boys, someone would just break something that is very needed. Like every soap dispenser would be punched out.
That's a great
Every
point.
paper towel roll would be on the ground. Like the whole dispenser is ripped off the wall.
Holy
Every
shit.
toilet, someone put the entire roll of toilet paper in the bottom and looks like they kicked it down.
Yeah. Hilarious, dude. Yeah. But I don't know. Is that worse than the N-word? No, I'm just kidding. I'm like holding the microphone to you.
That and someone's just like shitting on your religion or you're like, dude, COD lobbies are weird. They're bad. Yeah.
But in middle school bathrooms, they would also do the thing where it's like, a bunch of times in middle school, somebody would write bloodbath and they'd put a date on the wall. And now it's like, the school's like, fuck, do we have to shut the school down that day?
Dude, when I was in high school at North, the amount of times that like a panic induced in the school because of something someone wrote on the walls of the bathroom are insane.
Dude. Oh, did you have more?
No, just like it was like four, 5, 6 times while I was through my years. Like bomb threats were written on the bathroom, like school shooting threats written on the bathroom. I got a call from my grandma one day because I guess like the school was surrounded and it had made its way onto the news, but we were still in school.
Wow.
And we hadn't heard anything about it, and she called me in school just to make sure I was cool.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, wait,
dude.
what?
Well, it's crazy because well, I guess for the listeners that maybe aren't local to where we're at, back, what was it, 2014, 2012? We had the Chardon school shooting, which is like only like 20 minutes away from us.
Right.
And I don't remember how many people died.
I think 4.
Yeah, 4. I think 7 total injured. Like,
I actually more might have. I think 4 total of the students, and I think one. I want to say 1 teacher, but I'm not sure.
yeah, dude, gnarly. TJ
Hill.
something like that. Whatever his name is, fuck that kid, dude. Yeah, like for
Oh,
people.
Lane.
Oh, that's right. That is what
Lane.
it was. Yeah,
Lane.
dude. A couple weird things about that. It's crazy. We went from talking about bathroom poop to school shootings, but yeah, like it happened. It was pretty local, and so then obviously after that, a couple weird things happened as a byproduct of that I kind of want to talk about. One, obviously now every other school in the local area is taking school shootings very seriously.
Every school in general, honestly.
Yeah. But it's crazy because
For
like
us, it was different. We saw the change
Yes.
everywhere.
And that's like the thing that I think is crazy. Why I was mentioning that is like, I feel like a lot of, because there were school shootings obviously before that, and you'd hear about them, you're like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, but nothing would change on a local point.
Right.
Like, maybe it would, like, the conversations would
Because
start
I think
more.
like every local area is like, well, it won't happen around here.
Right,
And
because
then-
this happened in fucking like Connecticut
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck. And then it happens in our own backyard. And then, yeah, we saw everything change pretty drastically where now it's like, firstly, it's crazy. And I guess this is a byproduct of like high school in general, but people making jokes about it, being like, oh, I'm going to go to the bathroom and I'm going to shoot up the school on this day or
Right.
whatever. And now the school's put in a pretty tough situation where it's like, do we shut down the school or like, because otherwise that would just be an easy way to get a day off school is just to keep making threats.
Right. And I mean, if you're writing it on the stall, there's literally no way to figure out who did it.
Yes, exactly. So, not cool at all. Pretty crazy.
No,
That's
sad.
one
It's
thing
sad,
that changed.
honestly.
Another thing that changed is that the song Pumped Up Kicks is now banned in the Cleveland area, which I thought was just interesting because the song is about a school shooting. But yeah, so on the radio, that song is banned, which I just thought was interesting. And that was right after. I think that song was blowing up right around when the shooting happened. Maybe my timeline's fucked up, but immediately it got blacklisted on radio
I
stations.
remember it got really weird too. I don't know if you remember this, but he escaped prison for
That's
a
the
little bit.
third thing I was going to
Yeah.
talk about. So, well, I guess
And then he also, I think his trial, he wore like
that was the other thing. I was going to kind of set up both.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
No,
hope I
no,
wasn't-
go.
Oh, okay. My bad. Because I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it. So I guess to set it up, like when his court date hit, he wore a
Didn't he-
white T-shirt that he wrote "murderer" on,
and yeah, I think he like dyed his hair green
some weird shit.
or like purple or
And
something.
then when he sat down, by the way, I'm setting this up. None of this is funny.
No.
It's just in a local setting, it's crazy that it
Crazy.
firstly happened. And secondly, this was one of those like dumb fucks like that. He clearly did this just to be remembered for something.
Yeah.
Which is even more fucked up. There was no, I don't think, truly heinous or real reason that he did it other than clearly he wanted the attention.
Right.
So a really deluded, fucked up kid. So the day of the court hearing, he like said to the family, he said something like, just so you know, the same hand that took the lives of your kids is the same hand that jerks off to the memory. That's how he started his court hearing, wearing a white T-shirt that he used a Sharpie to write "murderer" on.
That's insane.
So, yeah, he said that to the grieving families that were sitting in the court hearing, and then, he was sentenced, and I don't remember what the sentencing was, but I'd say maybe a year or two, couple years
I
later.
want to say 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
No, it might have even been later. I think I might have been in high school at that time.
Maybe. It was nuts to watch a community band together so quickly because, he escaped whatever, facility he was in. And just the amount of activity on Facebook was insane.
And also, what are the odds?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
What are the odds this dude found a way out?
Right. And dude, the community was like, oh, he better hope we don't find him.
Right.
So it's like, literally he has nowhere to go.
Yeah.
If he somehow made it back closer to like, I guess,
Home.
yeah, he's completely fucked if
Yeah.
anybody finds him. Like, because the community obviously reacted violently.
Yeah.
Both when it happened and at the hearing. And I mean, this guy just sucks all around, But dude, it was nuts. Yeah, and then he ended up basically getting caught like only like an hour or two later. He was like hanging out in a ditch.
Yeah, he was hiding.
Yeah. So, fucking crazy. But yeah. Anyways, with all that being said, so now I think trying to transition back into pooping in a bathroom. Dude, yeah.
That guy's a shitter. Speaking of shit.
Dude, yeah. So I think running the water before you get into the bathroom stall to take a poop.
Do you do that in a public bathroom though, with multiple stalls, or is it like a personal bathroom? Because if it's like there's multiple stalls, don't turn on the water. Because now you just seem kind of weird.
I agree with that. That's what I was gonna say. Is like, but it's even funnier to be like, the stall they learned was before you get into the stall, right? So there's a hilarity there where it's like you're sitting there and you're like, oh fuck, I forgot to turn on the water, and maybe you've already like let one or two loose, so it's like either you have to. Sorry, I'm burping so much. Either you have to like wipe, pants up, go turn on the water, or you have to hope nobody's in there,
waddle.
And you do the little waddle. Hit the water. But no, it's so funny. I'm at an age now where I'm like, yeah, that's what this room is for.
Dude, yeah, it's just a weird thing. I remember in high school, like there were so many people who would only go to the nurse bathroom.
Oh, interesting.
Just because it was a private one.
Yeah. I get that though. I mean, especially in high school, like in school.
I never ever. I would hold it and be miserable all day.
Just your face is purple and sweating. They're like, "What's going on with Hunter?"
Dude, before I went to the bathroom at home, I would leave school early rather than go to the bathroom at school. Dude, no shot am I taking a shit at school. Those kids are just gonna run and drop kick the door just because they know somebody's in there.
Yeah,
they're gonna throw shit over just because they know somebody's in there.
Yeah.
No, man.
Dude, I was a psycho though, dude, 100%. If I ever, and I tried to avoid it as much as possible too, but I was like, I would always think of it this way. Say someone breaks into the stall or something and does something crazy. I'm like, I'll go the next level crazy. I'll wipe poop all over my hands. I don't give a fuck. And it's going in your mouth. What's worse, the guy who wiped poop on somebody or the guy who got poop wiped in his mouth? I'm like, you're the joke at the end of it. Like, I'm fucking crazy. It's like, I'll throw it all on the line. You try to fuck with me here in my most vulnerable state. Dude, god damn, dude. Yeah, I'd get scared, but now I'm not like I'm not as poop shy anymore. I used to be like, you had a really fucking. I was just doing fucking I already said it, butthole gymnastics. But anyways, yeah. So thanks for the response, Brittany. That started a lot of conversation.
Yeah,
we really ran some laps around that one. Hey, this is our favorite, Mr. BG's 101.
Don't steal your dad's secret stash of porno mags.
What a time!
Yeah, see, I never. I don't think either of us. Maybe you had another family member, but we were both raised by women, so I don't think that's just a thing.
I never saw a dirty magazine. I would see if you stayed up late enough and you were like watching like Comedy Central, MTV. You'd see like those Girls Gone Wild advertisements. Did you ever see those?
Maybe I don't know.
It was always censored, of course, but they're like, you could buy a DVD where it's just girls flashing titties, And I would say, like, especially back then, I wasn't particularly like interested in like the nudity of it all, but I was just kind of like, it's so weird to be like advertising nudity on a public platform. I just thought it was like weird. But yeah, it's funny, like I was thinking like what a time of like just porno mags in general.
What I will say
is
this is actually a great memory.
Okay.
When I lived at the apartments, I don't know if I ever showed you this. I feel like maybe. But the apartments across the street, the apartments you lived in for a little bit, before all that, when I was a little kid, the one the Hutt brothers used to live in, I don't know if you remember that building.
Oh yeah.
So the laundry room in there, if you went behind the heat unit, under it was a whole bunch of pornos.
Oh,
I don't know who stashed them there or why that was the spot, and there's so many unanswered questions with that. I don't know if dude was doing his laundry and then like getting behind there and cranking his hog.
He's sitting on the washer.
But yeah, I remember we found all of those. Noah and Calvin found them. Whoa. And like we'd always go back and like rip pages out of it or like look at them and then put them back.
Hilarious, dude.
And
wow.
Then, Yeah, I don't know if that dude that dude went back, noticed pages were missing, and people found it, and he just kept it there because either he had to.
Yeah.
I don't know if he had a wife in the apartment or.
Oh, hilarious!
I don't know,
dude.
but it was kind of like I like to think he noticed pages were ripped out, and he was just like, well, I can't take these inside, so it looks like this is our secret. Now.
I guess I'm just
sharing my wealth.
Yeah, I'm having triple the amount of sticky pages. I'm kidding. That's like the thing I think is so weird about like we're obviously in the golden age of porn right now because you could just in a moment I could bring up porn in 20 seconds
on X.
X, dude. Yeah, I accidentally find porn on a daily basis. You know what I mean? Like so. It's like so funny to be like, yeah, there was a time where like it was a very physical form and you'd have to hide it. You know
Bro, we need to make a skit of a commercial of X because that bit is so good.
You're calling up. Want to see a man beheaded at 10:30 on a Wednesday? X. You see some scarring ass shit on that fucking platform.
You can.
And Elon Musk is like, this is what this platform is all about. No censorship. Fuck the liberal media. Hilarious.
Unless it's him smoking weed. And he's like, no!
Hold on a second. Yeah, that's so funny. All right, next response. Oh, this is from Johnny Dotson.
Thank God you're okay. I thought Bill got arrested again.
Because I basically made a post saying like, hey guys, we're back. Because we were gone for like 2 weeks. And then being like, yeah, we were both just super sick. So I guess that was his response, saying, thought Bill got arrested again. That's always a weird thing to think that I got arrested. Like, out of anybody I know, I'm the last guy that should have ever gotten arrested. But I did. So that's fucking cool.
Why do I not remember this?
It was when my ex's mom framed us.
I remember that. Yeah.
Theft.
Yeah, I remember that now.
It's a crazy ass story. Have I said that on the pod?
No.
Now's not the time.
Yeah.
But, maybe story time next episode or something where I'll talk about why I got me getting arrested because I was framed for theft. But fucking crazy.
Didn't you have to go to court for that?
Yeah, I did. But like.
We could save it.
Yeah. I'll get into it.
I remember vividly now.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. All right, next one. This is from Squirt Cobain, which is hilarious.
Genghis Khan helped reduce greenhouse gas emissions with how many people he
killed.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious. I need to find a better platform, I think, for how to ask these questions, because I can tell people want to write more, because she followed this up by saying, I have more information on that. But yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense. I mean, Genghis Khan.
He also probably like repopulated.
I was gonna say
like 25%.
He was like, I'm cycling out this motherfucker, cycling in a Khan, dude.
he killed just as many people as he reproduced.
That's like what I'm saying. It's crazy because like it's like a literal he banged so many people that every human on Earth has a percentage chance of being related to Genghis Khan. That's fucking hilarious, dude. Like, to be like, yeah, I mean, you could be some dude just, I guess us. We could be white dudes here in fucking Ohio, and we have like, I think it's like a 0.06% chance of being a descendant of Genghis Khan. Because he was just slaying pussy as much as he was slaying his enemies.
He just did not care about pulling out. He said, pulling out, never heard of her.
Exactly. Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. But yeah, thank you for your responses to this week's question of the week. And again, you can follow us at Can't Fight Show to have a chance to be on the show. And then the final thing we have for crowd control is we will pick a comment of the week. Every single week, we sift through the comments that we got for the previous 7 days, and we'll pick our favorite. This comment was on because we were posting old clips. I reposted the clip of me getting suspended for wearing a shirt that said "Pimp This Ride," and it showed a tricycle. So this is in response to that.
This is from book nerd Michelle. I got in trouble for telling a teacher no one cares about her divorce. She constantly talked about it and how much her ex sucked. So annoying.
Like, that is so funny to be like, you had to be fucking going through it and lonely if you're like, let me just talk to these children. about fucking Greg and how much he sucked, and I'm glad he's out of my life. This is my me era, you know. And like he's like, can we fucking learn about math? She's like, yeah, me minus my husband equals smiley face. You know what I mean? At every single turn. You know what I mean? For the English portion, we're gonna read my divorce statement. Just fucking crazy.
Josh, you can't cheat on the test. If you want to be like Greg, you want to cheat? I divorced him. You don't think I can get you out of this class?
Dude, that's so funny just to bring it up at every moment possible. God, that is so good. And then the hilarity, like, you gotta be down, dude. Okay, so it's me. I'm a teacher. I'm going through divorce. I don't have a lot of people to talk to, so I'm talking to my students about it. And maybe I don't realize how much I'm talking about it. The hilarity of, you know, I don't know how old they were during this, but I'd like to imagine it's like middle school or something. Dude, a fucking 11-year-old to just raise their hand and be like, can you shut the fuck up about your divorce? We don't want to hear about it.
See a psychiatrist.
I know. Dude, I'd be like, God, I'm such a fucking loser.
Schools are so quick to try to make kids talk to counselors. Like, help your teacher out.
I know, dude. Yeah, dude. Oh, my God, yeah. The teacher's like, what is this, too real for you? I'm just kidding, dude. I can't believe it, man. But yeah, I mean, honestly, teaching is such a thankless job for sure, right? Yeah. And it was funny because, like, when go ahead.
No, I was going to say
when I posted that clip, like, a lot of people had similar stories, unlike times that they would get either in trouble or suspended or detention just for something that they were wearing. And to a degree, I definitely get it. But I will say that I think in my experience, like, I had more teachers that were just obsessed with the power trip than people that were just like, I'm just trying to create a healthy learning environment. You know what I mean? So it's just so funny to, like, have kids trapped in there and be like, you have to listen to my divorce.
Yeah. Dude, one thing I will say is you helped me, like, in my grow up process a lot. And, like, you definitely taught me a lot of things you should and shouldn't do. Mm-hmm. One of the only, like, big negatives I think I could say that you gave me growing up was that I was not scared to toast a teacher. Because you would always tell me stories about how if a teacher, like, disrespected you, you would just be like, oh, all right, that's what we're doing.
Oh, dude, I got in so much trouble.
Dude, I remember, like, I got Saturday school and detention, and they wanted to expel me, but my mom did not let that slide.
Yeah,
because like I didn't do my homework the night before, and every day in English class we had the first, like, 10-15 minutes we had to read. It was like our silent reading time.
Okay,
and we had to try to, like, finish a book every certain amount of time.
Okay, from
our 10-minute reading times, and so instead of pretending to read, I did my homework from the night before.
Hell yeah.
And there was, like, I finished it with, like, 2 minutes left in 10 minutes, or a 10-minute reading time. And I looked at the clock, saw there was only 2 minutes left, so I put my work away, and I was just kind of sitting there. And she called me out for not having a book out.
Okay.
I'm like, there's only 2 minutes left. I'm not going to be able to get anywhere in this book with 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
And, like, she was like, no, get your book out. Until my timer goes off, you have to do this.
Right.
And I was like, okay, well, now in the amount of time we're having this conversation, there's about 1:30.
Yeah.
By the time I get the book out, you're going to tell me to put it away.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then she went on to tell me how I was going to be a failure and I'd never succeed in life over this book.
Yeah.
And I remember I ended up getting in trouble because she was, like, telling me I'm going to be a failure and I'll never. I remember the main thing she said that set me off is you'll never amount to anything in life.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're a teacher. How much more successful are you? And I feel bad saying that because, like you said, teachers are super, like, unvalued.
Right.
But at the same time, don't sit here and act like you're the most successful thing because of this.
There's, like, a level, I think, of so, like, the job is so important, like, for sure. But what's crazy is, like Matt Damon, like, had this big defense for teachers. Like, his mom is a teacher, and so he, like, had entered this union where basically, like, him and a bunch of other teachers in America are arguing that teachers deserve more pay.
They do.
And I agree, because the amount of work that goes into getting that job is insane. But one of the things he said, a teacher wants to teach, So he's like, he was arguing that you're never going to get somebody going in to be a teacher just because it's a job. He's like, they actively go because they want to teach. And I'll disagree with that because, like, a lot of teachers I had, I'm like, oh, you fucking hate kids. Like, you fucking hate, like, when people don't listen to you. Like, this is clearly like a power trip thing.
Right.
And those are the teachers I didn't clash well with.
Now, I agree with that, but I guess my only defense to that is I would like to see the teacher in their first couple of years to maybe their current where you are in their class. Like, how much bullshit did they take before they turned? But
that's the thing. Like, you're going to get in a job like that, you got to have thick skin. That's why I didn't do it. I was like, I can't take the shitty pay and the shitty class, But if I was passionate enough about something, I'm like, nothing's really going to get me down. Like, ultimately, I have an opportunity to guide these children onto a path that, I feel better about, like, or I can set them up for success. Everybody's got like a teacher that they think of that are like, that guy was made to teach,
right.
Or that girl was made to teach. Like, and you think back and it's like, yeah, they had, because they love to do it. You know what I mean? And then I think I have 5 or 6 teachers where I'm like, that bitch just wanted to be in control of a group of people. And she was like, well, a manager at McDonald's, you have to like, there's a lot of, I have to fucking start as a cashier. Fuck that. I'll just take this $100,000 of debt and then I can tell these 4-year-olds what to do. Or, 11-year-olds. Oh, it was making me think of, like, gym teachers for some reason have a real hardcore power trip about them. That was like a thing that I was constantly seeing. I'm like, and maybe it's because you don't need as much schooling to be a gym teacher. I don't fucking know. But they would treat dodgeball like it was the end-all, be-all of life. You know what I mean? Or of like, oh, you're going to walk the mile? What are you, a fucking loser? I'm like, I'm fucking 10 and I don't want to be here. You know what I mean?
See, I always had cool gym teachers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because I wasn't very athletic. Like, that might have been a big piece of it. So I had a much different experience versus you. You were very athletic when you were a kid.
Yeah, I don't know. My gym teachers were always, I mean, even to the people who, like, didn't do anything, they were always just super cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't have that same experience, but it's tough, man. But yeah, I really want to defend teachers because it's such important work. And I think the nation needs to do a better job of rewarding the work that goes into that. And also, I think that it's becoming so regulated that it's just getting worse. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of what the teachers are teaching, that they have no choice. They have to teach that. Like, I think Common Core math is a incredible example of that. It's a less efficient way to do math, and now you have to teach it.
Right.
You can't be like, but anyways, let me, you can't even do the thing where you're like, don't tell anybody this, but I'm going to teach you the easier way to do it. You know what I mean? Like, because they're going to be tested on a standardized test that says they have to know how to do Common Core math.
Right.
So, I think, because I was like, oh, what would be awesome is like if you had a teacher who was like, okay, I'm going to teach you guys the stuff I have to teach you, but then we'll spend like 30 minutes a week teaching you something that I think you need to know. Like, that would have been cool. Like, if I was like, a math teacher, 30 minutes a week, I might break off and teach you something about taxes, like something you're going to need to know, because we don't learn that really in school.
Right.
Unless you take like personal finance, which is not a required class.
Yeah, I took that, and it was the best class I've ever taken.
Dude, exactly.
It was the only time you actually learned about shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I got taught what a prenup was in personal finance.
And then he's like, because I got divorced. You're like, shut up about your divorce. No,
and she didn't take shit.
That's so funny, dude.
She couldn't touch my couch.
Uh-huh.
She couldn't touch my house.
Oh my God, dude. The most patient I've ever had to see a teacher be, I might have told this on the pod, I don't know. It was my English teacher. This was like probably like 9th grade.
Oh, is this
grade.
the kid who fucking
the paperclip?
Yeah.
Did I talk about this on the pod?
No, but I love it.
Dude, this kid, his name was Kevin. He I don't even remember exactly what happened, but he was talking about how he needed to, like, he couldn't do something because he had no means to do something. And the teacher's answer to that was to give him a paperclip, which would have solved the issue. that I just can't remember the details.
Oh, I remember. I remember from you telling it.
Oh, what?
You guys had to do like personal writing, like a quick like little writing thing.
Oh
in the
my
beginning.
God, you're right. Okay, yeah. Continue though.
Yeah, and he said he had nothing to write about.
Dude.
So your teacher gave him a paper clip and said, "Well, then write about this paper clip."
Oh my God, you're right. Incredible memory.
Yeah, I
Good
remember.
job.
I loved the story.
That's right. That's what happened. Yeah, so the teacher gives him a paper clip and says, write about this paper clip. Kevin proceeds to not write anything at all, and instead he's just playing with the paper clip. And the English teacher wants 3 or 4 people to read their personal essays. And while he's going around the room and people are reading their essays, Kevin has created, like, he basically just turned the paperclip into a long strip of metal, and he's sitting directly next to an outlet. And, this is like 9th or 10th grade. This is not like we're fucking like 6. You know what I'm saying? And so we're in high school. And yeah, dude, I think, I don't know, somebody's in the middle of reading and then suddenly all the lights go out. And you see a spark come from this thing. And Kevin goes, "Oh, fuck!" Like so loud. And he's like shaking his hands like this. And dude, the longest pause of silence I've ever experienced, as the teacher's just standing, he's holding like a book, and he's just staring at Kevin, dumbfounded. He's completely lost for words, because he's like, and he goes, "Okay, Kevin, get your stuff and go to the office." Kevin goes, "Well, I didn't know it was going to do that." The class collectively is like, "Kevin, shut the fuck up. Like, why did you put a paper clip in a fucking outlet, dude?" Crazy. Yeah, so, he ended up blowing, like, probably that whole, like, fuse or something. So we just had to do the rest of the class and, like, with no lights. And I think we had to do, like, he was like, "Well, I had a presentation planned, but the projector doesn't work now, so I'm just going to have to read it off of this book." He was so pissed for the rest of class, dude. And all of us were like, "What a fucking moron." Dude, it's crazy. Couldn't believe it. Yeah, so it was funny. Like, I think the year after that, I went back to school to visit him and that teacher, because I just loved him so much. He was great. And I was visiting him, and I was like, "What's the craziest thing like you've ever had happen in a class?" Because he was like, there was like a what the fuck period where he didn't have a class, so we were just BSing. I was like, "What's the craziest thing?" He's like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "Actually, this happened pretty recently. I had a kid stick a paperclip and I was like, dude, I was there." I was like, "That was the dumbest." He's like, "By far, that's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking seen. Like, by far." I was like, wow, man. Okay, so that was it that we had for crowd control. We're gonna jump right into main event just because for time. So see you guys back in main event.
This is what we came to be. This is what we came to see. This is our main event. This is what we came to see. This is what we came to see.
Hey, Bill.
Yes?
You remember the Valentine's Day episode?
No.
Well, in that
I'm just
episode,
kidding. Yeah, go ahead.
we talked about these here Warheads. And I haven't had these since I was a little kid.
Yeah. Mind you, right now, my mouth is watering like a lot in anticipation because I'm like, I just remember as a kid, like, they'd fuck you up.
Yeah,
bro.
and you like feel it already when you just think about it.
And I think we all knew like that one psycho kid that would pop them like just straight candy.
Yeah.
You know, these are the same kids that would like crush Smarties and snort them. You know?
Yeah, so I don't know if we how we're gonna react to these.
Yeah.
We also have these chewable cubes, so we can try both of these here.
Never tried those. Okay.
And I'm just curious if we're gonna be able to handle them.
I hate how much my mouth is watering because I imagine it's going to be like nothing. And also, I will say my taste is dulled as fuck. So,
well, I say we try one.
Yeah.
And then, if they affect us, I would like to challenge you.
Oh no!
And I'd like to say we're gonna put 4 of them in at once.
Oh my god! Okay.
And see who can last longer.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we can say loser has to let the winner make their intro in the next episode.
Okay, I like it. I like it. That's cool.
Start with one,
All right.
and then obviously if it doesn't really affect us,
Is there 2 in here, or is it just broken?
it's just broken
Okay,
probably.
All right. So, what's funny is, dude, I don't know if any of our listeners I'm hoping our listeners are mostly on the same thing with us, where it's like we just haven't had them in a while, and like maybe they remember them just as gnarly. I know there's gonna be some people that are like, dude, Warheads are not a big fucking deal. You know what I mean? But it's worth a try, dude. You can see the acid. Like, what is that called? The
Malic
malic
acid.
acid. You can just see it powdered on there. Wow. I feel like they're bigger than I remember.
Dude, low key. That kind of looks like the entire like Dum Dum sucker without the stick.
Yeah. Wild.
Alrighty. I guess let's figure it out.
All right. Well, hey, good luck, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember.
Oh yeah, it's tough. Well, it's like on the back of my eye. I hate that.
Now, I'd like to say, God damn.
Ow. That was a gross noise. Sorry.
I'd like to say that this all stemmed from us saying that we'd put these in the pantry.
Yeah. Because we're not trying to have a bad time.
Now, what I will say is once you get past the sour,
Yeah.
it tastes pretty good.
Yeah.
But why do it?
Dude, I had I think it was during like the first Avengers movie or something. At our movie theater, we had like you could pick a candy, and basically it was like a Wonka machine. You could like mix and match all this fucking candy, and there was sour sprees, but I didn't see that they were sour. So I basically did 3/4 of sour sprees, and then I did like Mike and Ike's or something in this like bucket. And so I sit down to watch the movie. And I was like, oh, fuck. After the first one, I was like, oh, they're all sour. I was like, well, I guess I just have to commit. Dude, by the end of the movie, my mouth was cut the fuck up just from all the fucking malic acid, dude. It was like tender. It was like I just like fucking sucked on Captain Crunch. Like I remember being like, ow, like for like a day. I was like, man, this shit's dangerous. You have too much of this stuff.
Now, if we do this challenge, if we both are just cool, like how should we do this? Should we try to say should we make it interactive? We both agree that we have to try to not react.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Just stone face it.
You got to stone face it.
Yeah.
All right. We each got 4, each different flavors.
Nice. All right.
So I say we open these up. We got to try to stonewall.
Yeah.
Now that one, I will say, it wasn't horrible.
Yeah.
It made me remember, like, okay.
Yeah.
But I feel like this might suck.
I was gonna say because like at first I was like, just when it was getting to a level where maybe I was like, I don't want this in my mouth anymore. That's when it subsided, you know. But I wonder if this is one of those like the classic like a classic Four Loko situation where maybe Warheads were crazier when we were younger and then they dialed them back, or we've just tasted more things now that we're older that this isn't as big of a deal.
Yeah.
All right, you
All
ready,
right. Yeah, challenge accepted.
buddy? All right.
Let's run it. 3, 2,
2,
1. No. This sucks. Why is it so salty?
All right, I'm through. I'm good.
I think you won.
The first swallow I did, I was like, oh. When it like rushed to the back of my throat, bro, I went, uh-oh.
Yeah, I think you won. but it didn't even taste sour anymore. It was salty.
Yeah. I do have an unfair advantage because I can taste this very little. You know what I'm saying? Well,
That sucked.
yeah, I'm through though.
Well-
Yeah, the first swallow, I was like, that was the most challenging part I had, where I was like, no reaction. I can't react right now. Dude. Ah, man, that'd be interesting, though, to do more challenges like that.
Yeah, I want to try to get the world's sourest candy.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
I saw that going viral,
Oh, I bet that's like fucking
and I kind of just want to try it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's definitely worth a try.
Do you remember there were knockoff like Warheads? I don't know if they were like worse or better,
Damn.
but they were. Do you remember those? They were called Toxic Waste. And
No.
they came in that like plastic barrel.
Oh, yeah, I do, actually. I do remember that. We did it. We tackled the sour challenge.
Hell yeah, it wasn't nearly as bad. Maybe we can try to get the better version of these, the sourest candy.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that.
And
That'd be
then,
fun.
We can go from there.
I feel like my breath smells weird, or maybe my mouth just tastes weird.
My mouth has a weird tingling. My tongue feels weird.
Oh, yeah, I just feel like there's like a film over it. Weird. Anyways, yeah, awesome. I think that about wraps it up for episode 19. What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, I think that's it. Now, hey, Cage. Cage? Can you look over there and say, get out of here, fuckers?
His overall posture. Wow.
Say, get out of here, fuckers.
Cage, look right over there. Oh, well, all right. We'll see you guys later.
You heard the dog.
My briefs. I just got them last week. So if you see me in the street, just know these shorts match my briefs. I just got these on sale. I ain't paying retail. And no, the style ain't stale. I didn't get these in the mail. My shorts match my briefs.